back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
We've reached our destination.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
This one's mine!
Fall into
Tiger
fire!
Blade!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Where are you going?
I'm stuck.
Get behind me!
Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Make it rain!
Kitara, frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
I'll
Let's
see
get
you!
it done. Here goes.
Look sharp!
Blah, 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 magic. Blade. Stand out in your dreams.
Looking good out there!
Just getting started.
That's the spirit!
Still got a ways to go.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my art. When he slows down, that's our chance.
Leave the agile one to me.
Can you take it? I'm not.
Tiger Blade!
Thank you. Elusive deity. Tornado drive. Elusive deity. Tornado drive. There is more. Blow them away. Can you elusive deity? Tornado drive.
Make it rain!
Kitara, go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's history in the air here. I can smell it.
I don't smell anything.
Don't encourage him. Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
I'll hold on to that.
I'll clear the way through. I've got you down. Stalagmite. At least one deity. That's what elusive deity. Ready and ready. Flying free. Why can't they just sit still? Zero, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Begin. Tornado Drive. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. I'll face you. Elusive deity. Burn.
Now! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash.
Dance in the wind! Air
Elusive deity. Can you take it? Howling. One more. Tiger blade. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. Elusive deity.
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This calls for a celebratory drink.
No further! Going in! Elusive deity! Tornado Blast! Tiger Blade! Elusive deity!
Stay calm. I shall provide it, pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
You picked the wrong fight! Elusive
Leave the
deity!
enemy's arms to me.
Be still! No complaints here!
Not in your dreams.
Heal!
My astral energy!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Burn up! Elusive
In a bind,
destruction!
Where are you going?
light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Take it! Flush! Rising water! Tornado Drive!
Arms are being interrupted.
Tornado Drive! Now see it! Destruction! Crush! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action.
Here I come! Tornado Blade!
Photon Blast!
Tornado Drive! Hell!
I think I'm getting stronger. It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Can you take it? Take this! Elusive deity! A debut performance! Tornado Drive! Resonate with it.
It's a duel of the arts! Stockpile.
You're mine!
Take it.
This one is mine! Elusive deity!
Tiger Blade! Not in your dreams!
Eternal Domination!
Dance in the wind! Target!
Enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed. But remain ever vigilant.
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! Burn in hell! Elusive deity!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here goes! Dance in the wind!
Resonate with the earth!
You got Stalagmite!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Begin!
This one
You're
is
mine!
Where are you going?
I shall ensure you survive this.
Rising Phoenix!
Dance in the wind!
Elusive deity! Rising water!
Dance in the wind! Air
This
Blast!
one is mine! Ready and ready!
An astral
Begin!
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Elusive deity! Pick it up!
This one's got your name on it!
action to action.
Can't be
Now you see what I can do! Now or never!
Lightning attack! Thunder!
all mine! I'm not station!
Any injuries?
This one will be difficult to predict.
This one's mine!
This one's mine!
On guard! Lightning pile driver! Tiger blade!
Elusive deity!
Far enough!
Take this! Rotating pile driver! Take this!
Time to shine!
Covering wind! Take this! If you require anything, no further!
Flaming meteor!
Now!
Goodwill! Demon's descent!
Flashing bang! I'll face
Going
you!
in! This one's mine!
Alpha! Sword Ring Alpha!
Now you see what I can do!
I'll face you!
Get you all tucked away.
Do it! Rotating pile driver! Eater! Finish it! Begin! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it! Begin!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Hey, new equipment!
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
But maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough! Rising Wyvern! Elusive deity! Moth to the flame! Tornado drive! Elusive deity! Finish it! Rotating Chikara!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! I'll face you! Rotating pile
Tiger blade!
Can you take it? Rising Wyvern! Elusive
Don't mind
deity!
if I do.
On guard!
Rotating pile driver!
Going in!
Elusive deity!
Tiger blade! Chikara! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dance in the wind!
Ready and rare!
Air
Rising
blast!
Wyvern!
My astral energy!
Tornado drive! Benediction light!
Shot! Make it rain!
Heal! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Easy peasy. Ha hoodle.
I'll hold on to that.
We're in for a long slog with this one!
Rising
Deity!
deity!
That's it!
Rising deity!
Come on! Piercing the
Elusive
wall!
deity! Tornado drive! Not done!
Make it rain! Goodwill!
Demon's descent! Flashing bang! I'll face you!
That's it!
Rising falcon! Rotating pile driver! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! Can you take
If
it?
it's in the sky, it's mine.
Rotating pile driver! I've still got a ways to go.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep. Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
Aw, who's a good boy? Wait, why am I petting you?
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Mind if I join you, Law?
Oh, hey, Alphen. What's up?
Nothing. I was just surprised to see you weren't training for once. Got a stomachache or something?
You know I don't literally train around the clock, right? I do take breaks.
Do you? It seems like you're training every chance you get.
Well, yeah, it can't be helped if I want to get stronger. Still, it's important to let your muscles rest every now and then. That's what my dad told me anyway.
Zephyr said that?
When I was a little kid, yeah. I would get so excited whenever he came home. I always followed him wherever he went and tried to learn as much from him as I could. He said, it's good to be passionate, but don't overdo it. Just like there are times when you want to take a break from studying, sometimes your body wants to take a break from training too. I was always rushing around and forgetting to rest, so he ended up telling me that a lot.
That definitely sounds like him.
It's nothing to get sad over. Still, I can't help but wonder if that was my dad's way of teaching me the dangers of rushing into things too quickly. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking things. I wish I'd had more time to talk to him about this kind of stuff. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
Not this way, I guess. Not this way, I guess.
that to break my shield!
Dependable to the last.
Raging storm!
Hitting devastation!
Get behind me!
Here goes!
A mock! A new pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Get the marksman handle! Let's go!
Astral Arts?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
This one's mine!
I'll grind you into dust!
Dance to the wind!
Now you see what I can do!
Sleep now!
Tiger Blade! The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed. But remain ever vigilant. Can you take it?
What's left? Take that! One last one! Hit!
Can't get out of this! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done!
I got you! Make it rain!
Leon, astral energy! Full throttle!
Good to know my training is paying off.
I'll clear the way through!
I've got your back!
Lightning to death!
Covered!
Tiger Blade!
Seismic Rupture! Catrush! Sonic Thrust!
Lightning to death!
Got fired!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it! Lightning to death!
All yours!
This one's mine!
Make it rain!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Portal Blade! Seismic Rupture! Rising Wyvern! You picked the wrong fight! I'll face you!
Steel Force!
Make it rain!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Can
you take it?
This one's mine!
Rising Wyvern! Seismic Rupture! I'll grind you into dust! Can you take it? Rising Phoenix! Seismic Rupture!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Begin! Come on, come on! In a bind?
Captain Red!
Begin!
Tiger
Take
Blade!
this!
I never miss!
Take this!
Dance in the wind!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Leave the enemy arc to me!
No sooner said than
Milk is right here!
far enough!
Eat dirt!
One more!
Seismic rupture! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Nice technique!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
And let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed. Remain ever vigilant.
Great!
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
This one will be difficult to predict. No further!
Sleep now. Going in.
I'll face you! Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Air puff. Dance in the wind.
One more!
Tiger way.
This one's mine!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Ready to go. Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you wanna try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing?
Your blade moves like silk.
I'll just let my instincts take over. How fast?
Give all things. Leave the enemy's art to me.
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting off?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Can you take it?
Raging Star! Force Field!
Can you take it? Not so fast!
Going in!
I'll grind you into dust!
Tiger Blade!
Rising
I'll
Falcon!
grind you into dust!
Make it red!
Long! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Retreat if you
know what's good for you. Begin! Tiger Blade! I'll grind you into dust! Look sharp! I'll smash you! Tiger Blade!
Raging Storm!
I'll grind you into dust! No further! Do it! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Certainly not.
Well then, let's keep moving.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Seismic Rupture! Devastation! Seismic Rupture! Can you take it? Take that! I'll grind you into dust! Line free! Stay just still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine.
I'll grind you into dust! Do back! Stand back! I'll trip it up! I'll face you! I can carve through armor! Can't get out of this! Take this! Seismic Rupture! Hey! Blow them away!
This one's lightning to them. Thunderbolt!
Let's refrain from losing.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Where are you going?
Hands in the wind!
I'll grind you into dust!
Going in.
Seismic Rupture! I'll face you! How's this?
Got fly?
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
I'll face you!
Be still!
Don't mind if I do.
Shattering the pieces!
Now!
Hey! Blow them away!
Dance in the wind! Going in! Air thrust!
Take this! Take this!
Light asteroid! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
Me? Why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the?
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
Look sharp! Look sharp!
Rising Viper!
Tiger Blade! Sleep now.
Goodbye! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses the Lord?
Take this!
Lightning thrust!
Seismic
Power it
intro!
up!
Rising Falcon!
More with that
You're finished!
Going in!
Resonate with the earth!
It's over! Take this!
Lightning orb!
Look sharp!
Eye!
This one's mine!
Lightning
Rising
conversion!
Phoenix!
Thunder blade! Confiscating!
Take this!
Time to
Be
shine!
still!
Steel
Stardust!
Going in!
Take this.
Mirage!
Look sharp!
I'm not done!
Wind astral energy!
Here.
Castle!
Meteor!
Elusive
This one's all mine!
He wants us away!
Burn!
This one's mine!
Wind astral
You're
energy!
mine!
Tiger Blade!
It's over! Here I come!
Flaming
Be
meteor!
still!
Let us take to the front!
Lightning orb!
Lightning thrust! Mirage! It's over! Take this!
Thunder field!
I'll throw you in the dust!
Time to shine!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Xion! Wake up! Please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides, Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.